We are just south of Pioneer Square here in the great northwest city of Seattle at newly named Lumen Field, home of the 12s. Today we've got an intriguing NFC matchup lined up here, as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the Seattle Seahawks. Here's Cairo Santos now, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Seattle. And this opening kickoff will not even reach the landing zone. It hits short of the 20, so that's going to move the ball out to the 40-yard line. Darnold. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bears sack. Montez Sweat, the man that time to fight in and drop it.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their second down call is going to look like now.
So much for coming out throwing as it leads to an early second down and long. To throw is Darnold. He'll let this go deep for Smith and Jigba. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Jackson Smith and Jigba, 67 yards. And the Seahawks go down the field in just 2 plays to take the early lead. Jason Myers now for the extra point. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Seahawks 7, Bears nothing. Jason Myers to kick off.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. They'll run with the Rutgers man, Kyle Monongai. And he stopped immediately there. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes I forget how much information he has to go through before the ball's even snapped. But what a diagnosis right there. Saw the play, shot through the gap like a rocket, ends up spilling it for a loss.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first. From the gun, here's Williams. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. This could end up being a pretty big drive. I mean, look, yes, it's early in this game, but they scored the touchdown. They got the stop. And now if they could get in the end zone here again, CD, they could grab an early stranglehold on this one.
Yeah, they certainly can, and that's what you're looking for. Where's the advantage? Can you gain it? Can you press it? Now for them, finishing it off, because right now it's out there for them. They've just got to go seize it.
Off of play action, Darnold. Throw left side, complete to Cup. Down the left sideline. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Cooper Kupp, 42 yards. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now 14-0.
Bears nothing. Jason Myers.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. He rifles complete, caught by Moore. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
32.
First carry for DeAndre Swift. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle, but give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
To throw, Williams. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Throwing is Williams. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. They'll go. Here's Williams. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. Back to throw, Darnold. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. That's taken in by Arroyo. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
They talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Walker now on 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Here's Darnold. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go up the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
As a coaching coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
A 40-yard attempt.
Myers' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first-half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
And that one not returnable. It's over the back line to the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
Here we go.
Now a give right side Swift. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
And the Bears, first down.
Biggie Angels. Let him drop.
First down.
To the air, Williams. He's got the connection to Moore. Touchdown, Chicago! DJ Moore, 52 yards. And the Bears get a bit closer. Santos with the extra point. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And able to get this out to the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Going to run the sweep here. This is Cup. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? So that's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Darnold's going to stay out there. They're going to go for it on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it here. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
Here we go. Pip. Let it shoot.
Here's Williams. Oh, Dunze wide open. It's complete. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Roma Dunze, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Bears have got it back to within a score. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. the touchdown. Here's Santos to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 35-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
They'll find Shaheed out to the right. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And the Seahawks, first down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Ready?
Darnold now to throw. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Bears will take over possession here up at the 44. He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that. But I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
That's a pretty strong running there. He'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. Now they'll change things up.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
First down, and they go with Swift again. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Looking to throw is Williams. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
To throw, it's Williams. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. That one goes for 24 yards.
That's another Bears first down. First and goal.
Looking to throw. Williams. Now he's got it. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it. So on comes the field goal unit. Santos' kick is up and through, and that will tie things at 17 all. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach turned his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Jason Myers to kick off.
And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
2nd and 7. On the ground, it's Madden. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And it is caught. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
This is a nice job of just taking what the defense is going to give you on third down. You're not looking for a big play downfield. You just want to find something that can get you past the marker. They found it, and were able to keep the drive moving.
They'll run Manungai. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have the Bears first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
3rd quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Marked that down for a win in the defense's column.
And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Seattle, Washington. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. Working out of the gun, Williams. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling. So the drive stays alive after the 4th down conversion. 1st and 10 inside the 30. Back to the running game with Swift. And he stopped immediately there. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That was well defense right there. He saw the play in front of him and able to hold the point of attack. Then he sheds it and goes and makes a tackle for a loss.
Operating from the gun, Williams. And there's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet. Will go down as a gain of 6. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's Williams from the gun on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. Will the defense pressure or sit back? Here's 4th and 5. Back to throw. Williams. And a pass complete to Moore. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. So they pass on the chance to kick the go-ahead field goal, and that may be one they're going to regret big time.
And I think the head coach is going to have some explaining to do, right? Because in this situation, you kick the field goal to give yourself that chance at victory by going for it. Maybe you're saying you don't trust your field goal kicker, or maybe he knows something we don't. Maybe the kicker's hurt, so there'll be a lot of questions in the post-game press conference.
Makes the rest of this fourth quarter and the rest of this game very interesting.
First down. First and 10.
Now it's Darnold. He'll get this with a cut complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's first and 10 now. From the gun, it's Walker. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. The 2 big plays, one after the other. Now all of a sudden, they're on the march.
Got to feel good about what they've just gotten done, and now feel really good about what's in front of them.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Well, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Here's a 2nd and 7.
Red 80. Go side. Red 80. Set.
Now Darnold. And this one is incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps and allow him to run with him stride for stride.
And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27, no first down. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
Myers on for the field goal.
Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Here we go. This is 4th down. Well, they snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And that will force a turnover on downs. Here's first and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Williams. He'll get this into the hands of the Doomsday. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Well, this offense still has the 1 timeout here, remember. First and 10. From the gun, here's Williams. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Here comes second down.
What is it on?
They're going to get this outside. Oh, this could be a double pass. That's going to be caught. And this works to perfection. The double pass leads to a touchdown.
Touchdown, Bears.
Now the point after try for Santos. And it would appear they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory.
Bears 24, Seahawks 17.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. This is 1st and 10. Darnold. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Johnson.